Yo, what's going on? This is going to be a nice, sweet, short video on how I set up my middle of funnel and bottom of funnel retargeting campaigns on Meta. So as you can see here, we spent about $4,000 this month on retargeting, and it's getting some of the lowest CPAs in the account. I think it's a necessary channel everybody should still do. The way I approach it is very similar to how I approach creative testing. Essentially, you are creative testing with your bottom of funnel and middle of funnel campaigns and ads. You're just creative testing them to people that have seen your brand, that have added to cart, etc. What you'll notice is the two that we're going to look at here today are both middle of funnel. They're both hitting absolutely everybody who views my website or engages with my Facebook account or engages with my Instagram account, right? So it's hitting people that are engaged, right? So that's how I have it set up. You can see here's the custom audiences I'm using. Let me know if you guys want me to make a video about how to create the custom audiences. I can do that as well. While I was editing, I realized I forgot to mention, if you enjoyed this type of raw e-commerce education, make sure to check out my free Discord group. I go live every single week there, network and deep work with the community, where we focus on building cash cow e-commerce brands. So again, settings are super simple. I'm just targeting people that have viewed my content, that have engaged on either Facebook or Instagram. And then I'm also excluding people that have purchased in the last 30 days. So that's the settings that I'm using for the two that you're going to see here. And then we're gonna hop into talk a little bit about the creatives we're using for these middle of funnels. And then we're gonna also talk about what bottom of funnel can look like, and how I would alter the ad set targeting to match that. So before we do that, let's hop into the creatives and talk about them. So the way I'm approaching running these are in a DCT, dynamic creative testing. This is a feature that's going away, and Facebook's replacing it with like the flexible ad format. I would do the exact same thing, just using the flexible ad format, you know, if I'm to build the next one here. Let's take a look at the type of creatives that are working for me, right? So the creatives that are going to work well for you in the middle of funnel and bottom of funnel are going to be creatives that are A, going to be emphasizing your offer, or B, creatives that are going to be objection handling. Let's talk about each one of them. So this is a good example of a creative that's mentioning an offer, right? We're saying like summer sale starts now. Another example of that could be buy one, get one free, summer sale starts now, right? We're just mentioning the offer, letting people know that have already engaged with our brand about your offer, right? These work well. You can see that out of the ones that are performing, this one that we looked at first is gonna be the one that's performing the best for us, right? So that's one example of a really solid middle of funnel or bottom of funnel ad that can perform. Another one that I think, or another style that I think is worth mentioning here, is going to be ads that objection handle. Objection handling is taking an objection that a customer might have and essentially solving it before the customer goes to make a purchase. You're removing the objection, you're removing the roadblock that's stopping them from getting to giving you their credit card information, and by doing so, they now go and make a purchase. In other words, right? So this is a good example of that. You can see this is like a social proof ad. Thank you, my mother loved it. So if anybody's like skeptical if this is even real or not, you know, this handles it. It's real. You can see it's a screenshot from Instagram. Somebody's mom loved it, right? So that's like the logic behind there. This type of content also works really, really well. And you can see, I'll pull up another two examples here of bottom of funnel content. You can see this is just literally the product, right? Very simple showcase of the product. And if we take a look at what copy is this paired with, you're gonna see that it's paired with multiple of these actually, but let's do this. Let's click on here, and then let's do this, boom. And you can see that the copy that's working the best for this one is a more emotional copy. Ever lost your furry friend? get a necklace in memory of them with pup ring, use code blank for 10% off. So we're mentioning offer inside of the copy, and we have an additional incentive for them to purchase, right? We're showing it in a very aesthetically pleasing way. So what did that tie into? Offer, right? So offer and objection handling. Those are the two biggest ones I like to always recommend for having in your bottom and middle of funnel. Now, if you were to want to target just the bottom of funnel, I would set this up a little bit differently. What you'll notice is this is just excluding people that have purchased in the last 30 days, but it's not excluding people that have added to cart or initiated checkout. It's including them. So I'm kind of mixing them both in one audience group, if you will, and I'm not separating them. But if you did want to separate them, you could just target people that have added to cart and then exclude people that have, let's just say, viewed your website or purchased, and then you can show just specific offers to them to try to get them to actually make that purchase. We don't want just anybody getting a really good coupon, for example. We want to give a really good coupon to somebody who just needs that to get over the edge and give us their hard-earned money, right? So that's kind of the logic. Hopefully this makes sense. And yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions about it.